What is going on, Glitcher Gang? It is your boy GlitcherBro23 here, and we got something very new on the channel. I don't know why this was requested to me, but it was requested to me through my Discord, the Glitcher Gang. For those of you who don't know, I am reacting to at least one request given to me by my Discord, my previous Discord, every single day, right now until I cover all of them. You know, we got from Jacob B. He requested, or I believe it's a he, I do apologize, everything that happened in the 2015 WWE Women's Division. Like I said, I have no idea why I was requesting this, but we're finna check it out because obviously this person has been waiting for me to react to this for quite a while. You know what I mean? Like pretty much a whole year. So I do apologize for the wait. If you guys want to see more videos like this, maybe even WWE like related reactions, do me a solid, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, comment what you want to see next, share your thoughts and opinions about the video on my reaction to it by the end of it. Guys, want to join the Glitcher Gang Discord, as always, the link's down below in the description, along with the reaction request form, those who want to see me react to requests sooner or later. But other than that, man, I don't mind doing this because it adds something new to the channel to react to, you know what I mean? And maybe I will start doing WWE reactions if you guys like it. Without further ado, this is a pretty lengthy video. Let's get straight on into it.
From the debut of Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks to the longest Divas Championship reign, this is everything that happened in 2015 WWE Women's Division. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell, this is DS, and today we're starting a new series, everything that happened in something year. This series is going to look at the entire stroke of storyline, and I thought 2015 would be a good year to start because we've seen the debut of some of the main players of today, but this is also the year that WWE proclaims that they started.
To be honest, let me just say this. Growing up, I did actually watch WWE. I wasn't like a huge hardcore fan into it. I just kind of liked it because of maybe the violence, even though I knew it was like fake. The violence definitely is a fake, but I mean, like, you know, it's pretty much wrestling is fake, you know. But I enjoyed watching it as a kid. Every now and then me and my sister would play WWE video games, and during the pandemic, one of the strangest things as a family we all watched was like WWE, like Raw and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So definitely support. You know, I definitely enjoy watching WWE, but it's not something like I would watch like by myself. If it's on, then I'll sit down and watch it and see what's happening. You know what I mean? But I definitely have no knowledge of the WWE, especially women's division.
The women's evolution, the Diva revolution, so let's begin.
Are you feeling okay?
So 2015 starts with Nikki Bella as a WWE Divas Champion, and the main force against the Bella Twins is the team of Paige and Natalya. Although Natalya at this time is involved in this weird bromance between TJ and Cesaro. Yes, very hot, but also TJ was being a bad husband, meddling in all of Natalya's matches, ruining her chance to win stuff. He did get slapped by Paige. So the team of Natalya and Paige battles Bella Twins at Royal Rumble, but Nikki Bella picks up a win from Natalya after striking her with a big forearm. Now after this loss, Paige goes solo and continue her feud with the Bella Twins.
Are you still here?
And this becomes kind of a classic Diva versus the anti-Diva storyline, and this causes the whole shenanigans of the Bella Twins tanning Paige and stealing her clothes from the locker room. But here's a pop quiz. Whose clothes does Paige borrow this night?
Bro, like, how are you gonna give me a pop quiz during a reaction? I ain't studied this shit.
The answer is AEW's Leva Bates, Librarian, even though she was a fairy Rosebud member back in the days. After this whole shenanigans, Paige challenges Nikki Bella for a Divas Championship at Fastlane, but Nikki retains by pulling her tights down. Which is cheating, yes, but who really cares about it? The match only went 5 minutes long, and compared to the fatal 4-way match at NXT TakeOver Rival, which was 12 minutes long and stole the entire pay-per-view, this was kind of a disappointment on the level of wrestling when it comes to main roster. The night after this match, the team of Paige and Emma loses to Bella Twins in 30 seconds, which starts the famous, the legendary hashtag Give Divas a Chance. This hashtag trended worldwide for 3 full days. Eventually, this prompted Vince McMahon, who doesn't tweet a lot, to tweet out, "We hear you, keep watching. give Divas a chance. Now after this, Paige gets another Divas Championship opportunity, which ends in DQ as Brie Bella interferes, and Bella's continue to attack Paige post-match, which prompted Light It Up! AJ Lee returns to save Paige, even though they don't necessarily see eye to eye because of their previous rivalries. This starts the frenemy or friends storyline leading up to WrestleMania, and the Bella twins try their best to break their alliance, and the method they use is giving them the Divas Championship opportunity. Weird, right? But the catch is this: they have to choose themselves which one of them will be facing Nikki Bella for the opportunity. This caused some tense conversation backstage, and Paige eventually decides to face Nikki Bella. But during this match,
I think it's funny how like WWE actually like is almost in some way like sticking to a storyline like it's a CW show. You know what I mean? Like, I've never really got how they've been able to keep some of these people wrestling for so long and have like storylines, like actual storylines, when they're just like almost in a sense like actors. So it makes sense, but I mean, I just wonder like how do they come up with these storylines and how do they like tell these wrestlers, you know, these professional like wrestlers, hey, we need you to start acting like this, feuding with this person, make up with this person, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder how they honestly do that. Like, well, who are the writers behind the WWE storylines?
AJ accidentally costs Paige the match, which causes them to have a huge brawl. But ultimately, right before WrestleMania, they make up, and here, Nikki Bella cuts this famous "See you bitches at WrestleMania."
See you at WrestleMania.
Bitch! That was a different segment. Bitch! Paige and AJ Lee, though, win the match at WrestleMania, and AJ competes in her last match in WWE, her retirement match on Raw after WrestleMania. Here's another quiz on AJ Lee's last WWE match. Who picks up the win?
TubeBuddy helps your YouTube videos get seen.
The answer is Naomi. So before we proceed to the main storyline after WrestleMania, let's go to the side feud just a little bit. So we saw Naomi feud with Alicia Fox briefly at the beginning of the year, as Alicia Fox is flaunting the fact that she joined the new cast of Total Divas as Naomi was booted off the season. This caused a kind of a funny backstage attack segment, which I still really love to this day.
I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was trying to hurt you.
They have multiple matches afterwards where Alicia Fox ultimately wins the feud. After this, Naomi starts a feud with Natty, who is still having this whole issue with her husband TJ. They go on a double date, which turns into a disaster, and this feud leads to Cesaro and TJ ultimately winning the tag team championships from the Usos. When they win this championship, we have this kind of a weird funny moment when Natty kisses TJ, but Cesaro like stops them and pulls TJ apart out of jealousy. I mean, they're not actually gay, but like they were kind of gay. And Naomi and Natty continues to feud after this along with their men through WrestleMania, where TJ and Cesaro wins again. After the rivalry with Natty simmers down, Naomi goes into the main storyline. She pins Nikki Bella for a couple weeks in a row after WrestleMania, which makes her the unofficial #1 contender. However, Natalya, Alicia Fox, Summer Rae, and Cameron asked Kane, who was the authority figure at the time, to host a #1 contenders Battle Royal match to give Divas a chance, and in this match, Paige wins by eliminating Naomi. This, of course, enrages Naomi, and she brutally assaults Paige post-match, turning heel. Honestly, this whole Slayomi heel Naomi is my favorite Naomi? Well, no favorite Naomi. Naomi's good in every way. So this attack takes Paige out of action for weeks, and Naomi becomes a new #1 contender. At Extreme Rules, however, Naomi loses to Nikki Bella when Brie Bella attacks Naomi by kicking her in the face while referee is not looking. Raw after this pay-per-view, Naomi attacks Brie, who is now a suddenly sympathetic face because Daniel Bryan's injury. Nikki also kind of turns face along the way, and like she has this whole segment confronting Cameron for talking shit about Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan on SmackDown.
Girl, bye.
Speaking of girl bye, Cameron, she has this really interesting mini feud with Alicia Fox and Natalya on SmackDown. From this mini feud, Cameron ultimately wins a triple threat match, beating the two veterans on SmackDown. Back to Bella Twins, they are kind of baby faces, or at least tweeners, and they get brutally attacked when Naomi.
He just say tweeners? Bro, when did this video come out? When did this video come out? 2 years ago? 2 years ago, this man said tweeners. What the fuck is a tweener? Bro, I'm part of this generation. I don't even know what a tweener is. Like, come on. That was by far the dumbest shit I've heard in this video.
Naomi brings Tamina as her partner, and Naomi cuts great promos after great promos in this time. She was just freaking amazing. And if you say Naomi is not a good promo, you gotta watch all her 2015 promos because she was slaying it. So the team of Naomi and Tamina face Bella Twins at Payback, where they defeat them. And this set up a Divas Championship opportunity for Naomi, but when it became clear that she's not gonna win, Tamina interferes to end the match in DQ. And then Paige returns to attack both Naomi and Nikki Bella. This sets up a triple threat Divas Championship match Elimination Chamber where Nikki wins by pinning Naomi. Ugh, so frustrating. The next day, Paige challenges Nikki for a title, which Nikki accepts, but Nikki goes back to her evil roots by defeating Paige with a twin magic. Paige and Nikki starts the feud again as she blames Bella Twins for holding Divas Division back, but she again fails to defeat her at Money in the Bank as she falls for twin magic yet again. Remember this spot because this spot comes back after a
There's no way the Bella Twins just switched out like that. And the ref is not seeing. You know what I mean? Like, that can't be legal, right? Like, that's a completely different, like, fighter. Like, I can see in some way why people were upset over the Bella Twins if they're doing shenanigans like that. I'm not even gonna lie, I would be highly upset about that too.
Another loss. Paige tries to rally the entire Divas locker room to fight against the Bella Twins, the evil Bella Twins. But then Bella Twins kind of come into that rally and then kind of insinuates that she has ties with Stephanie McMahon since she helped her defeat her twin sister.
No offense, Brie. It's okay.
Divas one by one leave Paige alone. Another quiz, who leaves Paige first in this rally?
This guy keeps asking me quizzes. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna walk out.
The answer is Summer Rae. Soon after this whole failed rally, Alicia Fox joins the team of Bella Twins by helping Bellas defeat Paige. There's some kind of reasoning she has been annoyed with Paige because she's been using her and other Divas' name in her rhetoric against the Bella Twins.
They're the ones holding the Divas division back. Emma back, Summer, Naomi, they are holding us back.
No one speaks for me. You don't speak for me.
Nikki continues her strong grip on the women's division by defeating Tamina and Paige in the Beast in the East. Paige got a lot of title matches, oh my god. And in July, on my birthday, Stephanie McMahon comes out to stir up the Divas division and she debuts Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks from NXT. Charlotte and Becky team up with Paige and Sasha Banks team up with Naomi and Tamina, and they attack Team Bella. These three teams have their first showdown at Battleground where Charlotte Flair taps Brie out with Figure 8, and in SummerSlam, these teams battle in an elimination match where Becky Lynch ultimately wins, even though the whole first debut was really exciting. For months, we get trapped in this kind of never-ending circle of three teams one-upping each other. Even with this boring equality for all booking, it is clear that Team PCB is where WWE's heart is at, but the crowd is getting behind Sasha Banks due to her legendary performances in NXT, and the "We Want Sasha" chant begins.
Empowerment.
But the storyline focus is on Nikki Bella and her Divas Championship reign. She's inching into becoming the longest Divas champion ever. She introduces the Bellabration Timer, a timer that showed when she will beat AJ Lee's previous record for the longest reign. To go with the clock theme, Nikki Bella puts Team PCB in the Beat the Clock challenge for the #1 contendership. Flair wins the challenge and gets the opportunity to both win the Divas Championship and stopping Nikki Bella for becoming the longest Divas champion ever in the history. In this Divas Championship match, Charlotte Flair wins, but the freaking twin magic comes back, and she realized that she pins Brie Bella and not Nikki Bella thanks to the whole twin magic. This prompts Stephanie McMahon to come out, and she calls it a DQ finish. So after this, Nikki Bella became the longest reigning Divas champion in the history. She throws a big celebration.
Let's get this party started.
But nobody shows up on the party. And at Night of Champions, Charlotte finally defeats.
So because the previous girl didn't pin down the right Bella twin, the Bella twin, I think Nikki or whatever, kept her title, right? That's what he just said, right? Like, I've been listening to this dude, but I'm like not comprehending everything he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one ear out the other ear type of situation, just because this man has not stopped talking. Besides the quizzes, this man has not stopped talking. Like, I'm just looking at all these moves they're doing. Like, bro, I swear to God, women be hurting each other more than guys be hurting each other. I stand by that argument. Like, there is, like, I think there's, coming from, like, an athlete perspective, especially someone who played basketball, which is, like, the only sport that doesn't have, like, any, like, padding or armor or, like, anything like that. You know, plating, whatever the case may be, protection. I think in basketball, when guys hurt each other, we don't want to, like, injure each other to the point where their career could be finished or they'll be out for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you hurt somebody by accident, it's part of the game. But you don't want to purposely, like, injure someone to where they can't play anymore, they get a concussion, black eye, or hands start being thrown, right? But, like, when my sister plays basketball, girls be hurting each other like crazy, man. I think that's just in general, like, to a certain extent, guys don't want to, like, injure each other, but girls don't care. Girls will gut your eyes out. They will gut each other's eyes out if they could. You know what I mean? Like, if they wanted to. Over, like, they purposely want to hurt each other. Like, I stand by that statement, and that's kind of what's been proven, honestly, by this video. They hurting each other, I think, more than the guys do in the WWE. So,
beats Nikki Bella to become the Divas Champion. By the way, if you're enjoying this WWE Women's Division history video, you might like this tank top. We also have t-shirts. This is Women's Wrestling Period.
You are not hitting me with an ad. You are not hitting me with another ad. Hit me with an ad!
While this is happening, Paige is getting increasingly frustrated losing the spotlight to Charlotte Flair and losing to Sasha Banks consecutively. And this is actually, like, kind of funny for us viewer too, because she's been in, like, Divas Championship over and over and over again for a couple of years since her debut. And after the whole debut of the NXT stars, she was treated as, like, older generation, even though she's completely not. Anyway, she's pissed that her spotlight's gone, so she turns heel during Charlotte's championship celebration.
Shut up, Becky. You're the least relevant of all of us.
Nikki Bella, however, is still around for one more match, but Charlotte defeats her again at Hell in a Cell. During this whole Revolution time, women who are not part of these three teams are MIA, and one of them is Natalya.
Do you think you're the only diva that has ever felt frustrated?
But she comes back saying that she's sick of being left out, and she saw the opportunity because Paige left Team PCB, so she's probably like, that's my spot. But of course, Paige isn't thrilled about this idea. This starts the whole Natty and Paige feud until Natty makes Paige tap out to Sharpshooter. Paige then suddenly apologized to Natalya, Charlotte, Becky, saying that she had too much of a high expectation of herself. But the same day, Charlotte and Becky finds out that Natalya was laid out, attacked backstage by someone, and is out of action. After Hell in a Cell, Paige shows her true self to attack Charlotte and Becky, and then she starts this, like, weird habit of, like, breaking announcer tables just to put PTO on it, as if that's gonna put more damage onto them. Weird, but, like, visually it's kind of cool. Paige then wins the #1 contender fatal 4-way match, which is the only diva match on the main roster that got this is awesome chant up until this point.
Hit so hard that she was literally
was that just a 4-person, like, suplex, or what the heck just happened there?
Announcer tables just to put PTO on it, as if that's gonna put more damage onto them. Weird, but, like, visually it's kind of cool. Paige then wins the #1 contender fatal 4-way match, which is the only diva match on the main roster that got this is awesome chant up until this point.
Nah, this one chick she had all 3 of these girls on her, like, shoulders, and then just body dropped them. Like, that was kind of cool.
hit so hard that she was literally driven out of the ring.
This continues the feud with Charlotte Flair, calling her nothing more than a Ric Flair's daughter, and Charlotte responds to this criticism by saying that she's sick of people calling Ric Flair's daughter without realizing it's gonna follow her entire freaking career. During the contract signing that main evented Raw, Paige cuts a controversial promo insulting Charlotte's dead brother.
He didn't have much fight in him, did he?
That was very much of a low blow, and then Ric Flair later does an interview that he didn't know that you're gonna do that low blow, so he was crying at home. It was a whole stuff. And at Survivor Series, Charlotte Flair defeats Paige to retain the title. Paige, however, gets a rematch the night after it because Charlotte's arm was under the bottom rope at Survivor Series match, and this match ends in a countout. Let's go back to Natalya a little bit. Natalya comes back from the injury, the storyline injury, and she had no
all I gotta say is props to this guy for doing his research and following the WWE like this. Like, this takes extensive work. And although I am not, like, a WWE fan myself, I definitely appreciate this guy's effort that and research that he put into this video. So shout out to this guy.
no clue who attacked her backstage. So she starts a feud with Team Bad when they attack her in the ring, and to fight them, Natalya tries to create a distrust in the team by asking who the leader of Team Bad is, and this causes some tension between Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Damn right she is.
Pop quiz, we're getting to the end of the year. Who in the Divas division that year wrestled in Santa's helper outfit at the end of 2015? Woo! Charlotte Flair. Back to the Divas Championship angle. Good friend Becky asks Charlotte Flair if she can challenge her for the title. Charlotte accepts the challenge, but ends up turning heel in this match. She picks up the win by tricking Becky and playing possum. She still remains Becky's friend though, telling her that strategizing is how you play in the big league. Becky, listen to me, this is the big league. Charlotte's main feud is sealed with Paige though. This whole year we've seen like weird heel face tweener situation, and because Charlotte's now heel, Paige is kind of like tweener now. On their match at
He says that word again. I'm in the reaction. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He says that word again. I'm in the reaction. I can't stand that word. That's the second time I've heard it, and the second time it's pissed me off. Like,
at TLC, not only does Ric Flair get involved to help Charlotte, but she ultimately wins by pushing Paige into an exposed turnbuckle. In the same pay-per-view during the pre-show, Becky Lynch loses to Sasha Banks due to the Team Bad interference. Becky continues the feud with Team Bad, but her friend Charlotte Flair doesn't help Becky much in this process. So that was the main storyline of 2015. A lot of things happened. Evolution happened. I think Evolution is right because they didn't just like change just like that. The storyline was kind of lackluster. They were doing a lot of like one-upping each other storyline. So it was definitely the start of the movement, but the change didn't happen right away. Let's go into some interesting side storyline because a lot happened there too. Starting with Peliclosa. She starts the year as Fandango's dance partner but is dumped soon. And then she joins Rosebud helping Adam Rose to defeat Fandango. And then after this, she like passionately makes out with Adam Rose in the ring. Like very passionately. That's basically it for Rosa. Bigger storyline involves Summer Rae and Lana. Early in the year, Summer Rae partners up with Damien Sandow but betrays him soon to side with The Miz. But this is also the point when Lana's popularity was at its peak. She's extremely over with the WWE Universe, and this becomes a problem with Rusev. He's not happy with her increasing popularity, and when Lana danced with Fandango, Rusev sends her backstage, so he's like a toxic masculinity husband. At Payback I Quit match between Rusev and John Cena, Lana says I quit instead of Rusev, who refuses to say it, and this enrages Rusev, and he throws a whole tantrum at Lana.
I don't need you!
Lana then pisses Rusev even more by getting romantically involved with Dolph Ziggler, and their romance makes Rusev very miserable. But Summer Rae is here to help. So Summer Rae joins this equation to become Rusev's new girlfriend, and then she dresses up like Lana, which annoys Lana, but then she debuts a new Ziggler-inspired look at SummerSlam. This causes weeks and weeks of catfights until Summer escalates her offense by sneaking into Dolph's locker room. We get this like really hot moment moment with Dolph Ziggler. And Summer divulges that she and Dolph have been on and off relationship for a while now. This whole information leads Lana to dramatically exit and leave Dolph like, I am gone, and she's nowhere to be seen for a couple weeks. Weeks after, Summer proposes to Rusev. This storyline is very confusing, but Rusev declines it. And then the storyline hits a kayfabe halt when TMZ leaks the real-life engagement of Lana and Rusev. Summer Rae breaks up with Rusev with a huge slap to end this angle. After this, she tries to rebound to Dolph, but he declines the offer. This leads to Summer Rae partnering up with the newcomer Tyler Breeze.
I want you to see what a real man looks like.
And she accompanies him to Survivor Series match where he defeats Dolph Ziggler. Lana returns in a couple weeks to reunite with Rusev, saying that she didn't go all the way with Dolph anyway.
I never went all the way with Dolph.
That was the whole Lana Summer situation. I think both women did a really good job, but it kind of sucks that TMZ kind of leaked the whole situation, so whatever. Other miscellaneous things that happened in 2015. Medusa, Lundra Blaze is inducted into Hall of Fame. Lita comes back to WWE as a coach of Tough Enough with Paige on the judges panel. It's like a weird system where like there were judges and then there was like separate trainers. She introduces Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Chelsea Green as a cast of Tough Enough. Nikki Bella returns at the end of the year after she kind of disappeared after losing to Charlotte again, and she wins the Slammy Diva of the Year. She's all babyface at this point because she's like dedicating this award to all the women of WWE and NXT. And even though she only had matches on main event, not on Raw or SmackDown, Layla briefly returns in the spring of 2015 before getting released and eventually retiring from wrestling. She was the last active Diva Search winners as well as the last active formal WWE Women's Champion. Alright, so that is everything that happened in WWE Women's Division in 2015. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I watched every segment, every match again to write this whole storyline down, but it was definitely the start of something new. It feels so right. I know that—
Hell no, he's trying to give me copyright claim. That's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call it. Like I said, shout out to Ring the Bell, the YouTuber who just put together that like almost 20-minute you know, like history like video over everything that happened in the 2015 WWE Women's Division. You know, shout out to Ring the Bell for that music or for that video. There's not really a lot I could say on that, you know. That was a lot of stuff I didn't follow, didn't understand. Like I said, I would say I'm just like a casual watcher of the WWE. I don't really follow storylines like that or follow any professional wrestler like that in general, you know what I mean? And that was definitely, that's one of those requests that I like put a question marks around, but Jacob B was waiting for this reaction for pretty much a year, so I felt now that I'm getting to them, might as well, you know, just react to it, you know what I mean? But let me know if y'all want to see more WWE related reactions. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment what you want to see next, share your thoughts, opinions about the video and my reaction to it. You guys want to join the Glitcher Gang Discord? Links in the description, along with a reaction request form for those of you who want to see me react to requests sooner or later. But there wasn't really much I could say on that because this dude was predominantly doing the talking. You know what I mean? I was just watching as a viewer, you know what I mean? And video compared to like music reactions, that's all I can really do. There's really nothing I can break down if I'm not, you know, like, it's different. This is like almost watching a movie compared to reacting to a 4-minute track at most, you know what I mean? So but that was definitely interesting to say the least. Shout out to Ring the Bell once again for putting that video together. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.